This is exactly right.
Okay.
And begin.
And we're here.
And get used to it.
Hey, this is my favorite Murder the Mini episode.
This is the one where we read your stories of hometown murders, things you found in walls, piles of money you found on the ground, etc. Mm-hmm. We read them back to you in as pleasant voices as we can muster for you.
Yes, or in Kermit the Frog voices, whatever we feel like.
Just whatever we want to do.
You know, it's our special day.
It's our time to shine.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
The subject line of this email is, I went on a date to an arraignment. Hello all. In 1998, my boyfriend at the time was a reporter for one of the local area newspapers, the Troy Record. We were going out to dinner, but before we left, he got a call that he was to attend an arraignment to report on for the next day's police blotter. We show up at this little tiny town hall, think my cousin Vinny, and sit down in the back. In shuffles a balding guy in handcuffs and leg irons. He talks to the judge, and we're out of there in about 10 minutes. I was so bored. If cell phones had been around, I would have been on mine for sure. But once we get in the car, my boyfriend tells me about the guy. Gary Evans had been in and out of jail for burglary and theft over the last 15 years. He'd been at Sing Sing for a stint and even was friends with David Berkowitz while he was there. A few months later, Evans confesses to the murder of 3 people he had been robbing over the years. Had been robbing with over the years, and leads police to the bodies. After he was indicted, he confessed to 2 more murders.
What?
After sentencing, he was being transported by the U.S. Marshals from the courthouse to the county jail. As the van was crossing the Hudson River, Evans managed to kick out the window in the van, hobble in shackles to the edge of the bridge, and jumped 65 feet to his death.
What?
He landed in the edge of the river where the water was only 1 foot deep.
Ouch.
After the autopsy, they found a handcuff key in one nostril and a razor blade in the other.
No, ow.
Fuck. I remember, how do you not have a nosebleed? I remember hearing about it on the news and realizing it was the same guy. My mind was blown. The next year I started classes for criminal justice and cemented my status as a murderer. You know, thank you for all that you do. I tried so many true crime podcasts before finding you, and it's made my 40-minute commute something I look forward to. Thanks a million, Adrian.
Oh, Adrian.
Adrian, that's the best.
That's crazy.
I mean, now I'm going to look that guy up
I
when I
know,
get
how
home.
we never heard of him.
That's crazy.
I'm not going to read you the subject line of this one.
Okay.
Hi.
To savor.
Yeah. Hi, here it is. Hi, gals, guys, and critters alike.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
My fiance's family have a rich history and are incredibly quirky with some great stories. And when you asked for things found in basements, I knew I had to tell you this one. A few years back, my fiance was looking for something in his grandparents, and they had told him to see if he could find whatever it was in the basement. After nosing around, he found a pile of boxes and started to open them. And in one of the boxes, he found a rank old pair of boots that fucking stank. So naturally, he was like, fuck this, and put them back. Eventually, he left the basement, unsuccessful in searching for whatever, and told his grandparents, there's a pair of smelly old boots in the basement. You might want to throw those away. To which they replied, oh, those are your great-great-granddad's feet. So apparently...
What?
The subject line is Granddad's Feet and Bad Renovators. So apparently the story goes that years ago, my fiance's great-great-grandfather, let's call him Jim, worked on some kind of cargo ship, and on one of his travels there was an issue with the boat and they had to dock at the nearest island, which happened to be a very hot sandy island, and while the boat was being fixed, Jim decided to explore the island.
Okay.
Because it was so hot, the sand was super hot too, and it melted the rubber boots into his feet, and lo and behold, he had to get them amputated.
What? Sorry. What?
The sand was so hot that it melted his rubber boots
onto his feet
and onto his feet. Is that a thing?
Okay, can I just say what
What?
No offense to everybody.
You calling bullshit on this one?
No.
Oh.
But I'm saying Jim must have been fucking drunk, because how do you walk on sand so hot for long enough for the boots to fuse? That doesn't happen in an instant.
That's a great question.
I'm just saying rum is involved in this story, but we don't have to accuse.
We do, though.
I, as an alcoholic, love to accuse other alcoholics.
It's fun. Amputated. And they were just passed from family member to family member until my fiance found them. They were subsequently thrown out by renovators when my fiance's grandparents were getting their house redone a few years later. Anyway, thanks for reading. Super bummed your tour in the U.S. Stay sexy and don't keep rotten feet in the basement.
But in a box.
In a box.
Amputated
and they still
feet.
Smell?
I mean, yeah, because it's still
rotten.
Right?
Yeah.
It's rotten flesh.
That's disgusting.
You can't just keep that shit around.
No, I don't know what's wrong with people.
What if a cat goes down
and then
there?
It's like, well, they're saving them because it's part of one of their family members. But like, who cares?
No. You don't want your family members' feet.
No.
You don't want them when they're living.
You don't want your family members to keep your feet either,
No.
I would say.
Not these feet of
Jim
mine.
was like, no, get rid of those.
Please. You know what I would like people to do? Take a mold of some lady with tiny feet. As I have. My mother used to go, God, your feet are big.
What the fuck?
She wasn't the best with things like this. She didn't think things through a lot of the time. But my feet are crazy wide.
Let me see them.
Have we ever done this?
Let's do them feet to feet. Feet to feet.
Big and wide.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really wide. I mean, I can't wear, I've suffered in shoes over my lifetime. That's why I'm a clogs gal now, because I'm like, fuck it. The 80s were living hell.
God.
But what are we talking about?
I don't know. Oh, take a thing of plaster of tiny feet, you said.
And then tell people those were my feet.
Okay.
That's, if you cared, if you're a family member that loved me.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer.
But we need them to smell bad. Put them in a bag of trash.
Just make them smell bad?
Yeah. Because if they think, never mind.
You mean to keep
I
it
see what
real?
you're saying.
To keep it realistic?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you can do a plaster cast.
You know,
no
in
one needs real flesh.
You know what my mom gave me in one of these fucking boxes over here? My fucking baby, bronzed shoes.
Oh.
Why the fuck did they do that back then? And now she's like, here, have them. I'm like, you made them. They were important to you. I was a baby.
A bronzed baby shoe is a perfect example of weird design shit that was happening in 1974.
Yeah.
Lots of people were on acid, but they weren't admitting it. And they were just like, I have an idea for a craft.
Your baby's first pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Get them, that she wore 2 times probably.
Yeah, and we'll make it look like a copper tea kettle.
Yeah, we'll make it look like a fucking trophy somehow.
We'll make it look like a weird robot from a movie that's going to come out in 4 years.
And yet, I can't throw them away.
No, because they're your baby shoes.
Who cares, though?
My dad we made, and I remember doing it in kindergarten, in our kindergarten at Wilson School where we went, my sister and I went to school. They did a thing where you put your hand in plaster and then your name was written on one side and it'd say the year that you were in kindergarten. And my dad still has them hanging on the kitchen wall in the kitchen.
That's the cutest thing.
It's pretty cute. I think mine's green and my sister's is yellow.
My mom was like, here. You made this. I don't want it, Mom, but it's now 37 years old. You have to keep it.
I know.
It's vintage.
My mom did that when my sister and I moved out, but I would leave boxes of stuff that was old yearbooks and stuff that was from my desk or whatever. She was like, get this stuff out of here or I'm throwing it away. She would say that all the time where I'm like, could you stop trying to erase every trace of the children that lived in your house? What are you putting this some high-tech office you're putting together?
Okay, read another one to me.
Sons of bitches. Oh, I thought I would just complain about my mother for a while longer. God rest her soul. She really was great. How about this? Dental assistant meeting serial killers.
Okay.
Karen, Georgia, Stephen et al. I like that one the best. It's all business. Despite the recent flood of negativity regarding dentists on the show recently.
Dr. Rambo. Dr. Rambo.
Oh, I see. Because I couldn't be more positive about my dentist. Right. He's made me believe in dentistry again.
What if you were a non-believer in dentistry? A flat earther.
A flat earther, but cavities aren't real.
Oh, Karen doesn't believe in dentistry.
And it's like my fucking teeth are falling out of my mouth. I thought I'd share some encounters I learned because I learned of because I'm a dentist.
Okay.
I'm an active duty Navy dentist, recently stationed in San Joaquin Valley.
Ooh,
that's up north by where I'm from.
Lovely.
No water, I know, but that's where the Navy pilots practice flying. Thank you for your service. And one of my assistants used to work as a dental assistant for the state prison system for about 6 years.
That's fun.
While in that job, she helped deliver dental care to Charles Manson, Sirhan Sirhan, and Gregory Powell, the Onion Field Killer.
All the top names.
Shit. Just the stars. This sounds like she worked at San Quentin.
She's fucking name dropping.
She's just like, also, Richard Ramirez once said hi with his pentagram
with his fucking nasty teeth. She's like, no.
Oh my God.
Remember he had like a fucking trash mouth?
I'm scanning ahead to be like, oh my God, Ramirez. I don't think he's in here.
Okay.
Right, Steven? Is he? No. Okay. She told me that Charlie often looked vacant and glassy-eyed, but would sometimes become very animated and go on long, unintelligible rants.
Great.
You can see all of those on YouTube. She also commented that he would pull hair out from his beard and weave it together to form long strands, and that a huge spiderweb-looking thing constructed in a similar fashion was confiscated from his cell at one point.
Oh, that sounds chill.
Gross.
That's so disgusting.
That is.
You know, someone would have spent like $10,000 to buy that.
Yes. 1,000. It would like Johnny Depp. In addition, he would only refer to her as Sunshine. That's rude. And he would call out to her whenever he saw her walking through the yard to the dental clinic.
Hey, Sunshine.
Fucking Charlie Manson.
Oh my God.
Charlie's got his eye on you.
Charlie has a nickname for you.
SSDGM Megan.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Love it.
With America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh, you'll get easy, seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. All you have to do is cook and enjoy. HelloFresh makes cooking delicious meals at home a reality. From step-by-step recipes to pre-measured ingredients, you'll have everything you need to get a wow-worthy dinner on the table in about 30 minutes. Say goodbye to endless grocery store trips and takeout. HelloFresh has you covered. There's something for everyone, from family recipes to calorie smart and vegetarian, and fun menu series like Hall of Fame and craft burgers. HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you'll know you're getting something incredible. HelloFresh is flexible and it fits your lifestyle. Easily change your delivery days, food preferences, and skip a week whenever you need. Break out of your dinnerette and make deliciousness part of every week with HelloFresh. I love that even though HelloFresh is super easy and they make it really basic and like straightforward, you still feel like you're cooking this like incredible home cooked dinner. And that makes me feel good about myself. And that instead of just ordering takeout, I'm actually making something and preparing something at home. And that just, it feels good. So for $80 off your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/murder80 and enter murder80. It's like receiving 8 meals for free only at HelloFresh.com/murder80, promo code murder80. Go buy.
All right. Again, not going to read you the subject.
Okay.
This might be one of my favorites.
Really?
It involves food. That's why probably. Okay. Hi, Karen, Georgia, Stephen, and pets. Boom.
Done.
My name is Beth, and I'm a freshman in college, and I've been listening to the podcast for a while now, and I thought y'all might like this story. It doesn't exactly fit any of the categories y'all cover, but I don't care. I know y'all don't care, so let's do this.
Hell yeah, Beth.
Where's Beth? Y'all. There's just y'all's.
Beth knows.
Beth knows. My family told me this story when I was younger, and it's fucking whack. So, my great-great-grandmother's uncle's cousin's mom or something like that had been living really far away for whatever reason while the rest of my family was living in Georgia. Every Christmas, the relatives would mail a fruitcake and a letter to the relatives in Georgia. They didn't have phones. This was still when everyone was communicating by letters and telegraphs, ? Or something like that. One particular Christmas.
Get specific, Beth.
One particular Christmas, the fruitcake showed up per usual, but this time there was also a plastic bag containing a fine, ashy, smelly substance that they assumed to be, quote, seasoning. The letter that usually came with the box had not been delivered, so I guess it got lost in the mail or something, but they thought nothing of it and put the mystery seasoning all over the fruitcake and ate that shit up. About a month later, the letter finally made it to the family. And what does it say? Ready for all caps? It fucking says that Grandpa died and a small portion of his ashes had been included with the fruitcake per his requests in his will. That whole part of my family ate the cremated remains of their relative on a goddamn fruitcake. Cremains. The grandpa had wanted everyone in the family to get some of his ashes. When told of the story as a child, I vividly remember thinking that that's what y'all get for eating fruitcake. Fruitcake is trash. Okay, that's all. Really love y'all's podcast. I plan on going to law school after I graduate. SSDGM and IDK. I guess just don't eat fruitcake. Beth. Beth, you are a bad girl.
Beth, that might be up in the top. Let's give it the top 22.
Okay.
That is my favorite fucking most fucked up thing.
Grandpa died and a small portion of his ashes had been included with the fruitcake per his request and his will, and my whole family.
The only good part about it is if you did that by yourself, you would go nuts.
Yeah.
And
you can't tell anyone either, so you just have to hold it in.
And all those weird feelings. But if everybody did it, there's that kind of thing of like, look, it happened and the end.
I want to see everyone. The letter comes. Oh, hey, everyone. I got a letter from the family. I'm going to stand up and recite it to everyone.
Gather around, y'all.
Y'all gather around. And then as she's reading it, they all start losing their shit.
Then it becomes like
a vomit fest from
Stand By Me. Scene from Stand By Me. There's just cascades of barf going off like a
pretty soon,
cuckoo clock.
Everyone was vomiting.
Then the house was filled with vomit. Then we shipped the vomit to the other relatives. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I think that's good.
Yeah. Anytime, and also think of what cremains look like. Have you seen them before?
I have.
There's nothing about that says sprinkle this on food.
No.
That's like taking the shit at the bottom of a barbecue and being like, oh, and this would be good on that.
Yeah.
You have to be the one that goes, I disagree.
Are we calling bullshit on Beth?
No.
Okay.
No, no, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, it could be a tall tale in the family. I don't give a shit. That was so entertaining.
It was so good.
And very realistic.
It was called, Oops, We Ate Grandpa's Ashes. was the subject line.
Also, I feel like the live version of that would be different.
Oh, yeah, over the top.
That was perfectly low key.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so good. Do you have another one or should we
so enjoyable.
Close it?
I can do a rapper.
Do it.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready, always.
I am ready for that. $500,000 buried in the backyard.
Let me guess what it's about.
Okay. Ready? No, it's not that.
It's about a dead body.
Hi all. In the early 2000s, when the market crashed, one of my dad's best friends decided it was a good idea to invest to invest a chunk of his money in a South African gold coin currency called Kilgariff.
Don't be stupid.
I think they're a great idea. I might transfer all of my funds there,
great.
and then okay, we'll talk about it.
Leave me out of it.
You don't want to know about it?
I want to know everything, but I don't want anything to do with it.
Oh, okay. You don't want to have to bury, but you do want to know the location?
Yeah.
Great.
Go on.
That's a deal. Steven, you're on burying committee.
Steven, get your shovel.
Steven, do it. Okay. So currency called Kilgariff. He took out about 500,000.
Jesus.
And bought a huge chunk of these untraceable coins and promptly, all caps, buried them in his backyard.
That's stupid, right?
It is, because listen to this. Without telling his wife.
No.
Apparently, they were loaded enough for her to not notice $500,000 going missing from their bank account. Fast forward a few years later, and my dad's friend had all but forgotten about his gold coin collection.
How can you forget half of them? Oh, I wish I were that wealthy.
You know what? I think I remember this story. I think this happened in Belvedere, which is, like Sausalito.
Oh, like Mr. Belvedere? Yeah. I love that place.
I love Mr. Belvedere Island. No, it's a fancy, rich place in basically right on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge.
So is Mr. Belvedere.
Right?
Oh, that's where Elvis is from. Seriously.
Really?
Across, go ahead. Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay. So fast forward to a few years later, my dad's friend had all but forgotten about his gold coin collection, and they decided to have a sprinkler system installed in their yard.
No.
The night after the installation, apparently he woke himself up in the middle of the night in a panic, realizing that based on where the sprinkler system had been installed, the crew most likely found his stash of coins. So in the middle of the fucking night, he goes out into his backyard with his shovel and dug a shit ton of holes, trying to remember where he buried the coins.
What an idiot.
This is just like the movie Holes.
It is.
Starring Shia LaBeouf and his teenage hair. After he was convinced that the sprinkler crew had taken the coins, he told his wife about what he had done. She made him go to the police and file a report. I guess the cops had a good laugh about it and basically told him not to hold his breath because he would most likely never see those coins again.
Untraced money.
It's the whole point of them. And $500,000. Fuck. But apparently this guy's the luckiest son of a bitch out there.
Oh, no.
Because a local pawn shop, a local pawn shop called the police after a guy tried to pawn a large amount of weird gold coins. Yeah. The police were able to track him down and retrieved all of his money.
You idiot.
Stay sexy and don't forget about the $500,000 buried in your backyard, Madeline.
I want to kick that guy in the fucking chin. Oh. The other dude deserved that money. The dude who found it deserved it.
Do you think he deserved?
Not at all. He's a he's a thief. I hate him. He's the worst person. However, for this argument,
yes,
I'm going to go with yes.
Finders keepers is your argument.
Losers weepers.
Right.
And you stupid idiot. And he didn't tell us. You know who deserves the money? His wife in the divorce.
There you go. Let's break some people up. If you make a mistake, you should get a divorce. End of discussion.
Yeah.
I love the idea of gold, a can of gold coins.
Yeah. Folgers coffee can.
A Folgers coffee can with the orange lid.
Ooh, or what about a mason jar full of it?
Mason jars, okay, but they're so trendy right now.
They are.
I like Folgers.
Okay.
It's a reference to my childhood.
Okay.
I recognize it.
You drank it when you were a kid?
I drank it all the time. I never knew that they had replaced it.
Spoonfuls of it.
I like to eat Folgers crystals before practice.
You take a bite and then you put some warm water in your mouth.
Yeah, and they call those Folger shots. That's what they call them.
Mm-hmm. All right, well.
What I'm saying is I love gold coins.
And everyone should get a divorce.
You know why I love gold coins? Because it's treasure.
It's treasure!
It's treasure!
Hey, thanks for listening. Send your shit to myfavoritemurder@gmail. Anything you want, really, at this point.
Yeah, we just love a good goddamn story.
We do.
And stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Elvis, you want a cookie? A cookie?
There it is.
Good boy. Oops. Okay.